Hey, good morning everyone, and welcome to the PivotBoss Pre-Market Report for Tuesday, October 24th, 2017. I'm Frank Ochoa, aka PivotBoss. Here's a look at the daily time frame of the ES. Right now we have 2560 as the key level here. Price pulling back off of yesterday's pre-market highs and pulling back into about 2560, which is kind of the middle here between 2540 and 2580, where we've formed our recent peak and valley points there. So basically, after this drop down, we've left behind 2540, a little bit of a high here, 2580-ish, and now we have a little bit of a range where we may see a little bit of business done here before a resolution and an upside continuation occurs. Overall, 2560 is a short-term pivot to watch for the day. Pullbacks, again, buying opportunities on a swing basis. If we were to test this low here, that could be another prime opportunity to reverse it and return prices back toward highs. So that's just kind of the short-term swing outlook here to watch out for. 2560, again, a short-term pivot to watch. If we take a look at the NQ right now, again, the NQ with very different behavior up here over the last few sessions here. Clearly, 60-20 is still the key LVN to watch. 6,000 still a key level to watch. And so when we came just shy of those levels into 60-50 here, you know, it was already an intraday bounce. But what I mentioned to our group was the better buy is somewhere in this zone down here. So now with this pivot low, if prices were to take it out, it could spark another buy up for a return back to highs and perhaps through highs. So right now, again, as long as price remains above 6K to 60-20 here, price is still pointing upward. Bull's still going to look to defend for another return higher. Failure to hold 60-20 would be a significant deal by the end of the day, so whenever it would happen. So right now, here's the recent pivot low. Any pullback into that zone could provide another opportunity here for bulls to defend. Taking a look at gold. Previous session here, we had price drop down through multi-day lows, dropped into a low 1273.60, and then bounced right back up, closing basically near 1283s, and that was pretty bullish overall on a short-term basis. So I mentioned to our group to watch 1277, 1278 to see how bulls are going to respond the next morning. And right now, bulls are looking to defend 77s. We're seeing a minor little bounce at the moment, but if they can keep this area bid short-term, there could be a little bit of an opportunity to return it to value and perhaps toward 1300. Again, this is just a very short-term thing to watch here, especially if they run two-day highs. It could be a nice little push-up over the next day or two. But again, you got to be careful around here because this is value. That's value right there. And at the moment, we're just kind of coiling around value. So if it were to hold here, it would be a short-term bounce, perhaps at 1300. And then you just got to watch it because right now it's just kind of chopping around value. Very difficult to do business when you're chopping around value. All right, here's a look at the daily time frame of crude oil. Crude oil right now in a very narrow range over the last week of trading. Not quite super tightly coiled here in terms of compression, but you can see, generally speaking, the volatility has dropped on a 5-day range basis, and that tells you that you're kind of coiled right now in a narrow range. And that is usually what precedes the next burst of volatility. So again, the channel has been trending up. Failed new lows could be great buying opportunities. Any push through 52.50 could be a great opportunity for a squeeze through 53 and into the next upside target zone, which is 54 to 55. So right now, this thing has still been kind of developing up here. Not expecting a big breakout just yet, but it is coiling up. It is building that energy for perhaps a breakout at some point. And again, if it were to breakout were to be down, there could be failed new lows that could launch this thing right back up, given the uptrending market. All right, that's it for now. Let's see how this thing plays out heading into the rest of the session and the rest of the week. Good luck, trade well, and I'll see you soon.